Hello there. Welcome to the Drifting Spore. I'm Steve. It's another absolutely gorgeous day in Nova Scotia here today, man. What a summer we've had. Weather has been dry, dry, dry. There has not been rain. It has been all sun every day. We're working our way now into the last week of August. So, temperature here today, it's saying about 27 degrees Celsius, and that is working right around 80 degrees Fahrenheit, which is nice and hot for us, man. I've been enjoying it. I've not been in the woods because we're not allowed in the woods, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. And but I've been spending lots of time at the beach, man, getting good quality time. And today, this afternoon, I thought I'd catch up with you guys, do some puttering in the shed. And I've been puttering away for a while. I know it might not look like it, but I have been. It's better than it was before I got here. And I'm ready for a break, man. So I'm going to make a cup of coffee. Kind of going to imitate how I would do it if I were in the woods, but in my shed, man. And we'll catch up. So if you care to join me, stick around. All right. I think I got everything I need gathered up here. Let's have a look. Get my gloves for playing with hot things. My solvable methyl hydrate. And I got my little stove. I'm just going to put it on a metal bucket here in my shed. Now, get crossbars or pot stand, whatever you want to call it. That'll go across that stove like that. That stove, I've gone through it before, is just a small tuna fish can that I've put metal or yellow pipe insulation inside of, and then took metal screening and cut it out to size and shoved it in. And this was one of the pull top cans. So when you there's a lip all the way around the inside of the can, so when you shove that screen in, it holds there. So I've used one of these stoves all last year, and I really liked it. It worked really good. So I built another one this year. The other one was starting to get really rusty, the screen on top. Okay, I got everything I need here. I'm gonna put my methyl hydrate in the stove. Oh, it's certainly not sitting in the woods, that's for sure. I can hear traffic and people, all the things, all the stimuli, modern people. All right, stove is full. Crossbars are ready. I've always got to remember which side of the crossbars to grab onto, because if I grab the wrong side, they'll fall apart. So this one facing me is going to be the one on the stove. I'll bring you guys in close and we'll light the stove. All right, I'm just gonna shower the stove with sparks like I normally would with my QSP Bison D2 and my ferrous cerium rod. I always do the pull back method with my ferro rod. Some people like to do the scrape down. I did the scrape down that time. It's good to practice all the different ways. That stove is up and running. Once it gets going, there's no bloom time like a Trangia or anything like that. Once it's lit, it's going. So I will put my crossbars on right now, my pot stand. And without any further ado, I'm going to get my water on. I haven't used my pot in quite a while. All right. No time at all. I should have 2 cups of boiled water. Right on. My water is up to a hard boil. I'm going to use one of these slow drip coffee filters. I've been using them for a while now. I really like them. So, I'm going to do this. Pick my water off here for a second. Grab the right crossbar. Ooh, that's hot. And I'm going to snuff this stove out. Well, I'm going to try to snuff this. I suppose I can do it with my pot too. Maybe not. There we go. Almost. Normally that will snuff out. This time it doesn't want to. Look at that. Amazing. Okay. Be that way then. I'm just going to move it up here out of the way and it can burn itself out. There we go. Now, let's move this to move this. All right. Now let's pour some coffee. Let's give it that first bit. I had to watch because my handle on my kettle, I still haven't replaced my kettle. And the handle likes to fall off sometimes. I just got these filters off the Amazon there. I got 50 of them for like 12 bucks, I think. Maybe less. It might have been 50 for 7 bucks. I don't know. I've been using them ever since. Especially like them in the woods. So when you're done your coffee, all the grounds stay in that little bag. So when you're done drinking your coffee, you can just put the ground bag right back in your cup. The grounds don't get everywhere. And when it says slow drip, it really is slow drip. It takes some time to get 2 cups of water through it. Shoe fly. All right, that's all my water in. Put my kettle up there. My kettle's got a lot of crud on it. I'm gonna let that steep for a couple minutes and then cool off for a couple minutes. And then I'll bring these back, man. It's gonna make it a nice looking cup of coffee. I finally did manage to snuff that stove out. I think it just still had too much fuel in it that it didn't want to get snuffed out before. Anyway, let's try the coffee. Smells really good. It is really good. When I make coffee, my morning coffee, I've been finding, I put sugar in. I put 1 tablespoon of sugar, or teaspoon, I guess, 1 teaspoon of sugar. And, but in my afternoon coffee, sometimes, I've been out of the habit of having an afternoon coffee at all for quite some time. I would normally have tea, and I always have Twinings or Earl Grey tea. Twinings has never paid me or sent me anything to speak highly about them. I just do because, man, their Earl Grey tea is good. I like it. So I always, cost me nothing to say what it is that I like. So I do. The coffee is Folgers Intensely Dark. Again, no affiliation. It's what was on sale. Coffee has become really expensive here in Nova Scotia for some wild reason. Oh, that's nice. I like with those bags that you can leave it in the cup for a while, like a tea bag, and let it steep. You can really ramp up the strength. Like, that's very, very strong coffee. I haven't got to the level where I'm like buying beans, grinding beans to that point yet, but I say yet. I think I'm going to probably get there. That's good. So, what have we been up to, man? The month of August has been just a hop, skip, and a jump. I can't believe we're on the last week of it already, but we are. We've had a really good August, that's for sure, other than not being in the woods. So, at the start of August, on August 5th, the provincial government here in Nova Scotia declared that there was a province wide ban on going in the woods due to how dry it is and the conditions, right, for wildfire risk are very, very high here. So that was 19 days ago now. And the ban is still in effect. And for someone like me, I actually, on August 5th, it had been exactly 7 days since I was last in the woods. I went up a creek, up the third wash, and I actually found chanterelles on that drift. It would have been the last drift I uploaded, I guess. So, anyway, I knew then that was 7 days before the ban. When I came out of the woods, there was dust on my boots, right? It was very dusty. I, of course, wasn't allowed to have a fire or anything. I made a cup of coffee, I think, on a canister stove, and right, no trouble there. But anyway, a week later, the woods got shut down. So it's been 26 days now since I've been in the woods, which would be the longest stint for me of not being in the woods for 4 years, 5 years, something like that. You see, I go to the woods at least weekly. I try to get out every single week, and I try to make a video. Sometimes I get out once in the week to make a video, then I'll get out again and not make a video, right? So anywhere from 1 to 3 times a week, I try to be out in the woods, right? I'm after mushrooms. I'm taking photos of nature and mushrooms and anything that catches my eye, man. I love being out there and learning about nature and what's going on and experiencing it all. And I found I am also a certified forest therapy practitioner, of course. I got that certification last fall, so I've held that almost a year now. And what that all that means is that I'm certified to do forest therapy or forest bathing, Shinrin Yoku. And I actually did develop a bit of a silvotherapy trail up at the third wash where I could host people and walk them up through. And there's a number of different really intriguing and beautiful spots to just sit and take it in. And I took a couple people last fall, and then kind of just, there didn't seem to be a great deal of interest in it. I don't wouldn't charge anybody money or anything to do it, but maybe that's why people don't do it. I don't know. Anyway, it's a start that stops most people, I guess. So back to what I was saying. So for me, during that certification, when I got that, I realized, because I had already been going in the woods, but when I got that, I realized that the woods were benefiting me, that they were benefiting my health, both mentally and physically. And I began to really begin to appreciate those benefits and make an effort to be sure to be in and getting those benefits by going out in the woods. So this ban has left me out of the woods now for 26 days. Being in the woods also provides great balance, man. So 4 or 5, 6 hours in the woods once a week, taking it all in, having a bite to eat. I go out for coffee, man, make a coffee, just sit, watch whatever the universe wants to show me. And I feel a whole lot better for it. And that leaves me far better prepared mentally to deal with the physical world that we have to experience as well, right? Like going to work, the stressors of everyday life. I take in minimal stimuli if I can. I don't watch a lot of TV or news. I like to do things that I'm learning something. So that could be, on a laptop, reading articles or looking things up or watching YouTube, even, right? Just anything that I can watch that I'm learning. I enjoy medieval history, all that stuff too. But being in the woods gives you balance. It makes it so that you can smile on your way through a crowded grocery store, right? So I've been doing things to maintain. I've been focused more since I haven't been able to get in the woods on my own mental wellness, taking a lot of time for self care, meditating far more frequently, being sure to do as many nice things for others as possible, push that fairy magic back out into the universe. And another thing I did during the ban, which was kind of cool, I did a free Jack Cornfield course on loving kindness and compassion. It was beautiful, man. I got a certification from Jack Cornfield on that course. It was free. Go to Jack Cornfield's website and you'll see all his stuff there. He is like all about the Buddha nature, man, and just a beautiful soul to listen to. Really, and so much you can learn from him. But anyway, loving kindness, that was a good one. Did that while I haven't been in the woods too. So anyway, I'm looking forward to getting back in the woods. I won't jump on eat. There has been, as always, with any issue that comes up in our society, there's been some division and some people saying it's ridiculous that we're not allowed in the woods, others saying it's ridiculous you think that, right? Like two sides to every coin. And I choose to tread right on the edge, man. I'm not, I would love to be in the woods. I think it's fair to say if I were allowed in the woods, I would be in the woods. So for me, at the very least, the ban is effective. I will be waiting, biding my time. And man, if it goes on, it can go on until October 15th here. That's well more than a month away. That's like 8 weeks away. So, boy, we need rain. So, hopefully, we're calling for rain tomorrow, a decent amount. Hopefully, we get a lot more, man. There is a wildfire currently burning in Nova Scotia. We experienced the smell of smoke from it today, even though it's a long ways away from us. But it is what it is. I'm not going to get, it's not what I prefer, not being able to be in the woods, but there's absolutely nothing I can do about it but wait it out. And the moment I can get back in the woods, I will be so grateful. Anyway, I'm just going to sit, ponder that for a moment. Ah, savor my strong coffee, man. It's before supper. I haven't had supper yet, so it's really nice. I'm really enjoying these stronger coffees, man. Maybe while I'm not allowed in the woods, it'll be a time to start up making my own beans and stuff. We'll see. I've been doing a lot of wood carving too, a lot of crafting. Hmm. Oh, that's good. Even though I can hear voices, I can see cars going by. Mentally, I can take myself right back to that rock I was sitting on, drinking my coffee in the middle of a creek, man. Just slow that breathing right down and go there. Close your eyes and away you go, man. Interesting thing that I think I read somewhere, maybe I didn't. So there is no evidence that you can say one way or another that I'm aware of. I could be totally wrong here. I could be just making this up. But we're at the bottom of this cup of coffee, so let's roll with it. There is no evidence to suggest that what you see when you close your eyes and imagine or visualize yourself somewhere else, there is no evidence to suggest that that's not as real as what you're seeing right now, right? This reality is a really strange nut to crack, man. I've been deep down the rabbit holes. I think it has a lot to do with light. I think it has a lot to do with water. Those are just my thoughts, though. Bottom of the coffee cup thought. Hmm, that really hit the spot, man. Very nice. Feel energized, relaxed. Hmm. We'll do it again. And we'll do it again, I guess, if the band persists. So, and like I say, we're still at the beach and stuff. So we could potentially might be able to get out and do some fishing, ocean fishing. Just conditions have to be right. I would have got out this weekend. We were at the beach this weekend as well. I would have got out, but Hurricane Aaron was passing by Nova Scotia this weekend, and it was way out to sea. I don't think there was any damage or effects here in Nova Scotia other than the waves. Waves and a little bit of wind, but the waves, especially here, were very hardcore, man. Nothing you'd want to be out in a kayak in. Not myself, anyway. So that sidelined any fishing from the kayak or even kayaking to somewhere along shore and fishing. But that might be something I get into next weekend. We'll see. So, anyway, I hope you enjoyed catching up. I certainly feel a bit better for it. Check on your local bushcrafter, man. Make sure they're okay, right? Like for us, I know it's easy to say, like, just stay out of the woods, and we will. I know there is no bushcrafter I can think of that would just go into the woods right now. Hikers, I don't know. I can't speak for hikers. I don't hike, I drift. Right? I drift and I like to practice bushcraft and I like to experience reality, especially the reality I find myself in the woods. But check on your local bushcrafter, show them a little bit of support, man, a little bit of love, and show everybody a little bit more love, man. That's the secret. We don't need to save this world, man. We just gotta love it. That's how we save it. Right on. Anyway, far more relaxed. Coffee was lovely. Stove worked great. Can't wait to get it back We'll see you again soon. And remember, folks, you will never find anything unless you get out and look. Go have a look, man. It's worth it. Just don't go look in the woods if you live in Nova Scotia right now. Wait till the band's lifted. Right on.